Previously on Sunday League Kickabout. So I didn't think the ball went out, so the goal did count. Let's have a look at that goal now. Chewett doing brilliantly to hold off Frankie and finishing it as well. He throws it out towards Frankie here, who's up against Josh, gets past him with great skill, shoot, and it's 1-1. Waits for support, goes on the outside of Josh, plays it in towards Devon, who's onside, who smashes it into the top corner. Josh will have it now. He'll play it over the top looking towards Chewett. Fod decided not to come out and Chewett took full advantage. Frankie takes a touch, is up against Josh here, goes on the outside, Josh comes in with a tackle, Frankie plays it across and Devon taps it in, but Frank puts a good tackle in and keeps it in over on the far side. He'll get past Chewett and get past Josh and play it across. Devon's there for his hat-trick and he just manages to put it in. Fod throws it quickly, looking for Frankie. Frankie takes a touch, chips it up and volleys it into the bottom corner. Fantastic goal. Hello guys, Better Cheat 17 here. Welcome back to Sunday League Kickabout. Roll the titles. And we're back with another episode of Sunday the Kickabout. Today is another 3 on 3. Make sure to go and check last episode out because it was a fantastic episode indeed. Today we decided to mix things up and do a 10-minute game, so let's see who's on the team. The shot stopper for Bibs today is George, and talking about shots and George's, at the bottom of the same screenshot is this. What a legend.
Be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone.
Jack will be joining George and he will be captaining the Bibs, and completing their side today is Nay. Chewett is the shot stopper for non-Bibs. Joining him is Josh and captaining non-Bibs today. Up front is Frankie. Kick off. So now he plays it back to Jack here. Jack plays it back to George, who has his first touch of the game.
Underneath the hot sun.
He'll play it to Nay, who came short. Nay will try and get past Frankie and do well, but Josh is there with interception. George recovers well and clears it down the line. All the way to Chewett. Chewett throws it out towards Frankie, short. He'll play it to Josh, who came to support him. The ball over the top is a little bit too far. And now George has a goal kick. He'll play it to Nay, who made a run. He'll try and find Jack. Jack's good first touch is forced back to George, who'll play it over the top, but it's a little bit too heavy, and Chewett will gain possession for non-Bibs. Chewett in possession then. Josh makes a fantastic run on this near side, but his touch lets him down. Nay regains possession. He cuts back inside and brings it forward. Here's Jack now. He'll try and get past Frankie, but his touch is a little bit heavy, and it's a goal kick for Chewett. He will find Frankie from that goal kick. Frankie is forced back to Chewett. Josh made a good run again. He nods it on towards Frankie, who made a run over on the far side. He'll pull it back to Josh. First touch, great save by George. Frank keeps it in over the far side, but as he tries to get past Nay, his touch is a little bit heavy. George's goal kick to Nay again. He'll play the 1-2 with George over the top, looking for Jack. Frankie recovers fantastically and doesn't manage to keep it in, so it's a Bibs corner. Nay will take the corner on this near side. So, Bibs corner on this near side, which Nay will take. Chip ball, but it's way too long for Jack. What he'll do brilliantly to keep it in over on the far side. Josh comes in with a tackle, and it's a throw-in. Throw in for the Bibs then. Jack will take it over on the far side of the halfway line. He'll throw it in towards Nay, who forced back to George by Frankie. George will play it back out towards Nay. He'll bring it forward a little bit. He'll get past Josh as well, but that other touch is a tiny bit heavy. Chewett nearly sliced his clearance. Frankie tried to pass to Josh, but Jack intercepted it, and George will now have it deep in his own half. He'll wait for a run, but instead go short to Nay. Nay's under a little bit of pressure by Frankie, so he's played it back to George. His long ball forward, Josh intercepts it. He run onto his own touch, but volleys it over the bar. And that's another goal kick for George. That goal kick this time is short to Jack. Nay made the run. Jack managed to found in, but Nay was offside. Right. Chewett has possession in his own half here. Now it's Frankie. Frankie will bring it forward, play it across to Josh. Josh dinks it over the top. Look for Frankie. Nice. And there is our first goal of the game. Brilliant 1-2 by Josh and Frankie. Frankie took his time and first time finish past George into the bottom corner. Kick off time. Nay's instant shot there is over the bar. Goal kick by Chewett to Josh. Frank now. Josh has made that run forward, but Frank's pass is a little bit heavy. George will play it out to Nay. Nay will bring it forward, try and get past Frankie, but Frankie's intercepted it. He's tried to get past George, but couldn't finish it, and Nay will clear. Josh will help it back onto Chewett in his goal, who takes a very awkward touch, and it does end up going out for a Bibs corner. Josh, yellow card, throwing the ball away. Josh back at his old tricks there. Bibs have a corner anyway, which Nay will take yet again on this near side. He'll dink it in looking for Jack, who heads it towards goal but didn't get enough power on it. Chewett will clear it quickly towards Josh, who lays it off towards Frankie over on the far side. George did enough to put him off, but Frankie will keep it in, play it across. George clears again, Frank's still going, and George clears yet again.
Feeling like someone.
We carry on with Chewett then, deep in his own half. He'll take a touch and look for a supporting player. He will play it long, looking for Josh, who doesn't quite get the header, and it will go out for a Bibs goal kick. Sorry. So goal kick by Ezra here, in towards Jack. Jack will try and get past Frankie, but Frankie does enough. Josh takes over and gives it to Chewett. Chewett will then give it short to Frankie. Frankie brings it forward, then gives it to Josh. Josh will then bring it forward, try and get past Nay and do brilliantly. Josh will find himself through on goal, but couldn't quite squeeze it in the near post. George a goal kick again, long, but Nay can't quite get on the end of it. Chewett deals with it, only just. Josh will play it over to Frankie. Frankie back to Chewett. Frank made a fantastic run. Chewett tries to find him. Jack misses it. It has come towards Frankie over on the far side. It's a fantastic ball in looking for Josh, who volleys it in. Brilliant ball by Frankie. Fantastic first touch in there. And we have another kick-off. So, goal kick for Bibs now. George will play it to Jack, looking for Jack anyway, but Frankie will intercept the pass. It will get past Jack with a nutmeg. Frank's still going, tries to backheel it to Josh, but Nay intercepts it and brings it forward. He'll cut back, look for support, but he is forced back towards George. George will look for support and play it down the line, but nobody is making the run, and Chewett will play it first time out towards Josh, who brings it forward. This is Josh now. Fancies a shot. Great save by George. Nay manages to keep it in and play it back to George. He pokes it to Jack. Jack will play it to Nay. It's a little bit short, and Frankie wins the 50-50. He'll then turn and get past Jack and run at Nay, but Nay pulls off a fantastic tackle. Nate loses it eventually to Josh, who'll play it back towards Chewett. Chewett will play it to Josh, who turns and runs, fires the shot from distance, but it's easy enough for George. George will then go from distance, but that's easy enough for Chewett. Chewett will throw it out to Frankie on the halfway line. He turns. He's got a bit of space, so he goes for the shot, which George handles brilliantly, and it's a throw-in for non-bibs.
You what? Faggot.
So the non-bib throw is taken by Frankie back to Chewett in his own half. Chewett will take a touch and look up and play it over the top, looking for Josh, gets a tiny flick onto it, but it's not enough to trouble George. George will send it over the top to Jack over on the far side. He will manage to keep it in brilliantly, play it across. Chewett is there with the save. Frankie goes on the outside of Jack, but Jack pulls off a great tackle. Frank recovers well though and pulls off a fantastic pass towards Josh, who made the run. Josh going forward now with a strike. Goes narrowly wide. So with just under a minute left, can anyone score? George plays it out from the goal kick. Jack can't quite get there. Frankie cleans it up. He'll take it down the line before chopping back and giving it to Josh. That's a wonderful ball round the corner, but Frankie is offside, so he leaves it for Jack to play it back to George. George to Nay, under pressure by Josh. George again, brilliant ball towards Nay, under pressure by Frankie, and he shows him how to play. Goal kick. 20 seconds left on the clock now. Chewett will play it to Josh, who brings it forward. Is forced wide by Jack, so turns back and gives it towards Frankie. Nay tries to win the tackle, but it does fall to Josh. First time shot, well saved. George tries to clear it, but hits Jack. Falls back to Josh. Wide again. And that is full time. It's finished 2-0 to non-bibs. If you guys have liked this Sunday League Kickabout episode, make sure to show your appreciation and hit the like button below. Subscribe to the Better Cheat 17 channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys again for watching. Turn the notifications on so you don't miss a video. And remember, keep watching your screen. Keep watching Better Cheater 17.